you think I should stay with you? Because I'm gonna share the COVID stuff.
Can you guys hear us? I see them.
Can you turn it up a little bit?
Oh, sorry, we were muted. So, Miss Katie. Okay, I'm going to mute this and stop the video until we start. Miss Katie, don't forget you'll be admitting people.
I might need to go back and turn it up.
Didn't make it there in time. Did you see how I had the little arrow thing up?
Can y'all hear me?
Hi.
Yes, we can hear you.
You can't hear.
I can't hear you. Let me go see if you can.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear her. I'm gonna go tell her I can't hear her.
Okay.
Miss Laura, I can't hear you. Hey, Miss Keisha, can you say something?
Hello.
There you go.
What it do? What it do? You hear me now?
Yes.
You hear me
Yes.
now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning. We are excited today.
Are you excited about being pre-K?
Yes.
Yes. I'm very excited.
Yay.
I was just telling Miss Ariana about a lot of my just ideas of pre-K and everything. So she was like, Miss Katie, you got it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, you have it.
All
So,
right, thank you. I'm excited.
so I'm gonna have to
I need to take my
just
hair.
go to you, make you a host, right?
Oh, yes, Miss Katie.
Yeah.
Where's Miss Laura? She better come on here.
She probably got caught in the hallway.
Talk to Miss Jackie.
Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am.
Where's Miss Laura? Oh, okay. Participants. One waiting in the room.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. We have about 5 more minutes before we begin.
Okay, sounds good. I'm just going to go back on mute. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have any troubles connecting.
Okay.
Okay, see you soon.
All right. Okay. I'm trying to make Katie up.
She already is.
She already is?
Yeah,
on?
she's
Okay. So we
Hello,
have.
hello.
Hi, Miss Laura. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
Yeah, we're excited to get
I
started.
say one waiting.
I know. I hope you guys enjoyed your week.
Oh, yes.
It went by so fast. We're excited.
I don't know if I can agree, but
Did you guys do anything fun?
We did a couple of things. Logan has started martial arts with Salim and Jackson in August, so the guys got to do that.
Cool.
And then we're actually driving to the beach right now. So
Oh,
to
nice.
Callaway Gardens, yeah.
Fun. That's
Now
awesome
you
fun.
could have stopped by here to pick me up. I love the beach.
Next time, I like it too. I wish we were headed to like Florida or Jamaica or somewhere like that, but no, just Callaway Gardens. But I'll take what I can get.
That is right.
How's everyone else doing? We're gonna hang out for a few more minutes to give people a chance to log in.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So I can go back on mute.
Yeah, we'll hang out here for a minute. All right, Corey. Is Corey excited? I have Stephanie and Timothy here. And Zaya. We saw both Corey and Zaya yesterday for their siblings open house. So we have a thank you, Miss Katie. Hello, hello.
Mhm.
Hi there, Roland family. We're hanging out for a few minutes, just waiting for more people to join. Welcome. Hi, Giselle. Welcome. We're hanging out for a few minutes, just waiting for more people to get connected.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
How are you? Let's see. We're just gonna hang out a few minutes. We're a little early.
Hey, me? Siguiente aquí. Ven.
And I'm going to mute everyone for now. We're gonna hang out. We have a few more people joining. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Nikki, welcome. Here we have Miss Jackie joining as well, and Miss Angela.
Hi, Laura. Hi, Miss Jackie. Miss Angela.
We have a few more people. We're gonna hang out for a few more minutes.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us.
Morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with sunshiny faces. And this is the way to start a new day. Guess what, you guys? I got my good looks from my mother and my voice from my father.
Nice.
Oh,
The kids are going to love it.
I love to sing.
We have a few more people joining, and I have a question in the chat. We'll do introductions in just a minute. Over here, Ms. Keisha, do you want to go ahead and start introductions?
Okay, I sung my good morning song, but I see that it's afternoon. So I want to say good afternoon to pre-K parents and students. My name is Keisha Gartrell, and I am the curriculum / pre-K site director here at Little Language International Preschool. and I just want to welcome you all. The first person that we're going to introduce is the lead pre-K teacher, and her name is, come on, Miss Katie, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, my name is Miss Katie, and I'm going to be the lead teacher for Georgia Pre-K this year. And I'm very excited to work with your children. And this is the assistant teacher, Miss Ariana. And
Hi, I'm Miss Ariana.
so we are very excited to work with you and your children this year.
And we also have a new director. Her name is, can you tell them a little bit about yourself, Miss Angela?
Hello, pre-K families. My name is Angela Robinson, and I'm excited to welcome you back.
Sorry, Miss Angela, we can barely hear you.
Did everyone hear me say hello?
Hello, just
A little.
very low.
Okay, well, this is our computer that we're working on. So I just want to say hello, and I look forward to seeing you all on the first day of school.
And also we have the owner, our very special Miss Jackie. Would you like to say something?
Yes, hi everyone. Welcome. We're very excited for this year's Georgia Pre-K. Can you all hear me? I changed the microphone.
We can hear you.
Okay. We have a lot of returning students that have been with the Little Linguist family, and we also have some new families joining us. Miss Ariana and Miss Keisha both have been here for this, and Miss Katie were here this summer helping us with our summer transition program, which is a part of the Georgia Pre-K program. So they're familiar with it, and we're excited for a great year.
Okay, Miss Laura.
Oh, hi, everyone. My name is Miss Laura from Enrollment. I think I know most of you over here in Little Linguist, and we're excited to get started. Miss Katie's doing such a good job of helping us admitting people. Miss Keisha's about to share her screen to get started, and we will review COVID at the end. So we'll go ahead and share our screen here. Hold tight with us. Okay, Miss Keisha.
Okay, you guys, as I said, again, welcome to Little Linguist International Preschool, Georgia Pre-K for 2021 to 2022. Requirements for pre-K is birth certificate, proof of registry, registration form, your roster form, social security number, immunization form, eye, ear, and dental form. So all of you have to have this, especially your birth certificate, proof of registry, proof of residence, and social security card. Those things need to be present before your child can start Georgia Pre-K. Also, they have to be 4 years old before September the 1st. The hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 2:30 p.m. Aftercare is available. It's only a 5-minute grace period that you have. So please make sure that your child is here at 8 o'clock a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Absence and tardiness. If your child has more than 10 days of unexcused absence, she could be disenrolled from the pre-K program. Make sure that if they are absent, send a written excuse with the reason for absence. Please include the date and your signature. Pre-K hours are 8 o'clock to 2:30, 5-minute grace period. Excessive absence and tardiness will cause your child to be removed from the pre-K program.
And Ms. Keisha, if I can just jump in on that. So obviously with COVID, we have a little bit more flexibility with absences. If your children are sick or not feeling well, don't worry about that policy. The policy is in place during a normal school year. Obviously, we want children to attend. And because it's state funded, they are really particular about making sure that the kids are getting the most out of the program. But if you're sick, definitely stay home. And just keep us in the loop as to what's going on. Yes, thank you.
So the Georgia pre-kindergarten content standards, we use the GELS. The purpose of the GELS is to promote quality learning experiences for children and address the question, what should children know and be able to do? So here's the website that you can go to as a parent and see the GELS that we use and we focus on for the learning of the kids, different things that even if it is a problem with the children's learning or a disability, that we are able to go and see what they need to learn and we can pull it out and put it in the activities that they're doing in pre-K. The Georgia Pre-K Child Assessment Program. Children will be assessed according to state guidelines. The type of assessments are pictures, work samples, and teacher documentations. There are 69 indicators assessed in pre-K. WSS is called work sampling. So WSS is the work sampling that the pre-K teachers use to see what are they targeting with the kids. For instance, if they're working with physical health development, then they can also go to the GELS and see what it is that they need to bring in the classroom to get that child on the level that they need to be on. And the website is down at the bottom, so you guys can write that down and you can always go to their web to see what are the how the pre-K teachers are assessing the children. So teachers observe and record students' performance every day. They collect students' work samplings that show development and growth over time. For instance, they might come in writing the first letter in their name, but at the end of the year, they might be able to write 4 or 5 letters, but they're observing and then they're writing down the notes. So, because you don't want to wait until January and keep doing the same thing if that child has mastered that. So that's why they take documentation. That's why they write things down in order to make sure that the child is not doing the same activity that they need to be doing, the same skill. So when that skill is accomplished, they can go to another skill. Teachers use this data to complete a developmental checklist, and the developmental checklist is in the WSS, and upload the information into an online portfolio for each child. So each thing, each work sample that they do, they might take pictures of it. They are uploaded in the WSS so it can be in there for information and documentation. Family conferences. 2 conferences are required per year in December and in May. So you only have 2 conferences per year, one in December, one in May. You will be notified when it begins to schedule a conference. Conference cannot be held during school hours. So they have to set up a time before pre-K start or either after pre-K start. Parent involvement. Whenever possible, families should actively participate in the pre-K program and maintain open communication with the pre-K program staff. Research shows that active family participating in children's learning experiences contributes to success in school. Volunteering in the class is highly recommended because it helps the children and is informative and rewarding for families. So it's always great to get involved in your children's learning. And then they like when you come in and want to read a story. Because of the COVID, I'm going to ask Miss Laura or either Miss Jackie, what are the procedures for the parents coming in to volunteer?
We can get creative this school year. Ms. Jackie, feel free to jump in creative with story times. We'll touch base with Ms. Katie, to see what we need in the classroom. We are limiting parents coming in as much as possible just to kind of just to control who the kiddos are exposed to. So we will see how the school year goes. Everything is up in the air and changing a little bit. Miss Jackie, do you have any info?
Just as far as always being in touch with your teacher, there's plenty of ways to volunteer not in the classroom that they would love, cutting out letters or laminating things. But during the summer transition program, we also did a lot of events where either they were outside, we did smaller groups, or we did virtual. So we can definitely get creative and get parent participation.
Ways parents can get involved. Join the PTO, supervision, interaction, and partnership. Read with your child every night. Ask your child what they have learned each day. So it's other ways that you all as parents can get involved, especially reading to them, because I know kids love books, and maybe when they read a book, they can bring it to the classmates and share it with the classmates. Okay, this is what the book I heard last night, and they can talk about the characters and they can talk about the settings and different things. So we can always get creative when it comes to parents getting involved in children's learning. What to send with your child? Please send a blanket for rest time. Please send a change of clothes. The clothes need to be season appropriate in the appropriate size bag. I think y'all do Ziploc bags, right? Okay, in a Ziploc bag. Your teacher will let you know when it's your turn to bring snack for the class. Please label everything. Please label everything. So the curriculum that they use.
Just to back out for 1 second, and the snack list is voluntary as well. It's not required. We provide breakfast, lunch, and afternoon snack as well, but the kids are always excited to get something new. We have an approved list of snacks, which the teacher will send out. And again, it's not a requirement. It's completely voluntary.
Thank you, Ms. Jackie. Creative curriculum approach.
So the creative curriculum that Little Language use is, the curriculum that the Little Language use is the creative curriculum for preschool. And it's one of the most widely used pre-K curriculum in the nation. It's comprehensive and research-based and features exploration and discovery as a way of learning. Foundation volumes help teachers create high-quality learning environments and support deep understanding of early childhood best practices, theories, and research. Children Rebos daily resources provide the instructional tools and materials to engage children in project-based investigations and make every moment of the day meaningful, intentional, and engaging. So basically, pre-K are broke down in centers. That they have different centers. They have the math, writing, dramatic play, science. They have art, the art area, the block area. And basically with the creative curriculum, they just exploring and building on what they know in knowledge. Because my favorite area is dramatic play because they so hilarious. Because basically what they do, they mimic what mom and dad do at home. I have looked in the dramatic play and they're saying, oh, I'm cooking some soup. Would you like this soup? You're not feeling good, or let me get a baby a bottle. So it's not just play, because a lot of times people look at creative curriculum as just playing, and it's not just always play, but they are learning as they play. While they play, they're learning. And then what the teachers are doing, they're pulling out and building on their interests. What are they learning? Even though you're making soup, okay, what kind of ingredients are you putting in the soup? So it's always a learning thing with the creative curriculum. Credit curriculum proven to increase kindergarten readiness, academically, rigorously, and promote social emotional development. It's been rated higher than any other preschool curriculum, inclusive, supporting all children, aligned to all state early learning guidelines for early, what's that? For early learning and outcomes. So this is a good curriculum that is used for the pre-K, and the kids will be well prepared when going to kindergarten.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Keisha.
Okay.
We're going to review super quickly. We're going to review COVID. And after that, we can open for a few questions as well. We sent over the COVID protocols. And let me see if I can find them here, a PowerPoint. So we can review. Let me see. Hold tight, you guys.
While you're doing that, Laura, so last year, because of COVID, the Georgia Pre-K was a hybrid model, which means the kids came into school 2 days a week, and then they were hybrid. They rotated 2 days in school, 3 days virtual, and then the other following week, it was the opposite. This year, right now, is in person, but the guidance is always changing. So just be prepared that there may be a point where the state says, okay, you have to go virtual for 4 weeks, or you know, we recommend you go hybrid. So just keep that in mind. Right now, we are completely excited to have all of our kids back in person as long as we can, and we want to make the most out of every day. But just know that there is the possibility that that could change.
Thank you, Ms. Jackie. And we're going to go ahead and share our COVID response and protocol. Can you see my screen? Let's see. Thank you. Here we go. Okay, the new normal. At Little Linguist, we're always going to err on the side of caution and be as transparent as we can with communication. So please note, we are following all of the right from the start CDC and Governor Kemp's executive orders when we are dealing with COVID. We would like to strongly encourage all kiddos who are sick to stay at home. These are the symptoms that we will be reviewing. So anyone with a fever, cough, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, respiratory symptoms will need to stay out. With the fever, kiddos need to stay out for 3 days, 72 hours after the fever breaks without medication. Typically pre-COVID, that guideline was 24 hours. With COVID, it is 72 hours after the fever breaks without medication. Any of the two following symptoms, the kiddo will need to either be sent home or stay at home as well. Diarrhea, fatigue, nausea, chills, muscle pain, headache, sore throat, vomiting, new nasal congestion, stuffy, and runny nose. So any two of those symptoms will exclude a kiddo from attending school. And I would also like to mention that all the kiddos are in masks. So make sure your student has a mask and 2 extra in their backpack with them as well, with the little ones. And we know they're kiddos, and we're just gonna try the best we can with those masks, wearing minimum, at least in the hallway coming in, when they might come across another cohort of kiddos. Drop off and pick up protocols. We are strongly suggesting, we're going to be opening back up the curbside pickup and drop off. So we will strongly be encouraging families to use the carport for drop off. So this has changed from last week. Parents are still allowed to enter the building if they would like to, but we want to strongly encourage limiting who's coming and going, just to make sure we aren't exposing our little ones. It's exposing them a little bit less as much as we can. So if you're coming through the carport, drivers and passengers all need to wear a mask in the carport at all times. ProCare Connect, you will be signing your kiddo in with ProCare Connect please be on the lookout for the invitation code today. So you'll be getting an invitation code if you're not already signed up to ProCare Connect. That is how you will log in and out of your kiddo. There's also a messaging feature on there. You can send your teacher any messages. Children who cannot walk will be taken in a carrier. So this is for our infant class. Temperature checks will be taken at arrival and another one at midday. When you log in with ProCare Connect, it also asks you a little daily screener for your kiddo. So we want to make sure your student is able to participate in feeling well. Parents who prefer to enter the building will need to park in the parking lot. Very carefully walk up to the front door. Please be mindful that there will be moving cars coming through that carport. So make sure you have your little one's hand. You will need to wear a mask. You will need to answer the daily screener at the front desk. You need to sanitize or wash your hands to enter the building and comply with the temperature check. So we will be checking everyone's temperature as they enter the building, and that's for all staff and kiddos. Ms. Jackie, feel free to interject as we go along. Illness policy, follow the illness policy, stay home if sick, cooperate with school to pick up and exclude sick kiddos from care and school. Students who become ill at school will be isolated until pickup. Pickup must be within 45 minutes. Student can return once symptom-free for 3 days with no medication. And as we noted, that used to be 24 hours. Problematic adjustments will limit the group and adult combinations, less mixing of classes as much as possible. Children will be served individually by the teacher. So typically we believe in family style dining where the kiddos serve themselves. With COVID, the teachers will be serving the kiddos. Seating will be spaced out as much as we can. Toys that cannot be easily cleaned will not be used. Water and sensory play will be used in individual bins. Right now, field trips are suspended until further notice. No cups from home. Everything here will be disposable. So all the plates and forks and cups that we use at school are disposable currently. Increased disinfection and sanitation procedures. Hand wipes and hand sanitizer at the door are always available. We use bleach when cleaning the classroom, the floors as well. Frequent sanitation of commonly touched areas. We are doing that. Masks and social distancing required in common areas. We have a UV wand for harder to disinfect items like books. We have the filtration, and we are keeping the windows cracked to allow air ventilation in the classrooms. We also have the EPA registered spray disinfectant of building with the purchased electrostatic sprayer used here at school when cleaning. Staff protocol. So for staff, we are conducting daily screeners of symptoms online prior to coming each day, and then again once they arrive at school. We've joined the Piedmont Return to Work program for virtual doctor visits, COVID testing, and recommendations based on symptoms to determine when staff members can return to work if feeling ill. What happens when a confirmed positive case of COVID? Estimated 2-day closure for the classroom. Classroom will be aired out for 24 hours and closed for a thorough deep cleaning and with the professional grade disinfectant. We will contact families and anyone who has been in direct contact with the person. So we are doing contact tracing as well. We will send out a school-wide notice. The health department will be notified as well as right from the start. If staffing is significantly impacted, we may have to temporarily adjust before or after care. Challenges, limited staffing, cost of essential supplies and food has increased significantly, in some cases 4 times, shortage of critical supplies, toilet paper, cleaning supplies. We're seeing a little bit less of that at this time in the pandemic. I'm gonna go ahead and stop my screen share and we can move to questions as well. Ms. Jackie, anything you'd like to interject with COVID? So just strongly encouraging that carpool for kiddos. If you would like to come in, you can of course still do so. Just park in the back parking lot and comply with the COVID screener and the temperature check and the mask wearing. We have a little shortage of masks. If anyone wants to donate masks, adult masks or kiddos masks, those are appreciated as well. And we can go ahead and ask any questions or go through the chat. see.
I've been following with the chat, so.
Okay, thank you. Yay. Miss Jackie's been answering.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we would love, again, we love our families, we love the interaction, but we want to be able to keep our classrooms open and avoid shutdowns. So it's really important if the student or a family member that they've been around is not feeling well, to please let us know so that we can be on the lookout for symptoms and, you know, alert other families and our staff so that we can stay open.
Thank you so much. Go
Miss
ahead,
Angela, did you have something to add?
Miss Keisha, there's a question in the chat about free time in Georgia Pre-K and homework. Can you answer that question?
The free time and homework. As of now, I will not be sending home homework because I don't. What I understand is that that is not allowed, or that is not supposed. We're not supposed to.
That's correct.
Okay, so I will not. So I will not be sending that home. Okay. And the question about free time. So we will have free time. There will be centers from, we're doing centers from 10 to 11 every day. And they are free to choose what center they want to go to. My idea of it is that there will be 4 children at each center. That way there's not too many children in one center. And they will also be going outside after, right before lunch. They will also have, I believe it's 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for outside time. So they will have some good free time.
And also I would like to add, with the homework thing, we don't call it homework. Basically, they do want you to have a connection between the parent, the home, and the school. So it's basically like home activities that the pre-K teacher can send home for them. Like she might say Monday, let's go on a scavenger hunt for the letters H. And then you can find everything in your house that starts with the letter H. But we don't do worksheets or do anything like that because it's not what Georgia Pre-K allows, but they still can learn.
Right.
And also with the, she was talking about the centers, they do have to have 60 minutes of center, free play time, center time. But also, even though it's free play and they're playing, they're still learning because the Georgia Pre-K teachers are walking around and they're interacting with the kids, they're engaged and they're learning. They're talking to them and they're asking open-ended questions. So even though it's free play, they are still learning. Somebody asked about nap time. Nap time is 1 hour. They're not required to take a nap. So quiet activities are provided for the ones that are not nappers. Are you going to?
There's a question about pictures. So our ProCare Connect app allows pictures that we use in the rest of the preschool. We did use it for the summer transition program and last year in pre-K. What we like to say is it's as time allows for the teachers because they have to do other documentation and other Georgia pre-K specific work. But as much as we can, we will upload and use that app to send out pictures.
And the pictures, Miss Jackie, let me tell them that the pictures that the teachers do take around the classroom, they're uploaded in the WSS as well. Are you going to be sharing weekly schedules or activities? Yes, they will be sharing weekly activities that are done. Also, when you come in the classroom, lesson plan is posted, whatever activities they are doing, they will be sending and communicating with the parents. And also it is a life-size, I call it life-size schedule that is inside the classroom. That's inside the classroom that you can come in and just see how your child's day is going. And also they will send home schedule so you will know how the day is broken down from 8 to 2:30 and what are they doing in those Pacific times.
Yes, and we have one Georgia pre-K classroom, so the twins will be together. We're excited to meet them. WSO, maybe we can review a little bit what WSO.
They changed it a little bit because they still say they said WSS, but it's the WSO is the same as WSS. It's the work sampling system that Georgia Pre-K used to assess the kids. So that's the assessment system that Georgia Pre-K used. When I was talking about the work samplings, like for instance, they might have they go in the art area and they do a collage, and they might use aluminum foil and glue it down and make a tree, or however they want to use it. And then the Georgia Pre-K teacher would take a picture of that, and then she would upload it in the assessment part, which is WSO. And then after she uploaded, she might put a little something saying that Johnny created a tree out of aluminum foil or something like that. And that's just an assessment. So then after she does that, she can go and say, okay, he used his fine motor skills because he's working and he's pasting things together. So WSO is like the assessment that Georgia Pre-K used.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is there a way to, hey Laura, hey, hi, pleasure to meet you guys. Is there a way to follow and continue to support our scholars at home as well with things that you guys are doing during the class? Is like there's some kind of handbook, or other than just kind of seeing the weekly schedule, what you will do, is there anything else that we can do to support them?
Well, that's that connection that I was talking about, the home activities
Okay.
that they can send home Monday through Friday, whatever they're learning in the classroom, they can send it, and then you guys can keep, doing the same thing, because that'll be that connection between home and school.
Okay.
Just saying that they talking about snakes, and then they can send an activity home saying that, okay, let's go through the house and find something that rhymes with snake or rake, something like that. So they're still learning.
Okay.
That they're not using, we're not using homework packets that we do in kindergarten, worksheets and stuff like that.
We don't mind the extra work in my family, just the FYI. So send it.
I'd
we
like
won't
to
report you guys.
Thank you.
I'd like to give out an idea as well, because I know one thing we'll be working on a lot in pre-K will be letters. So at home, you guys can work on the capital letters and the lowercase letters, and helping the students understand what is capital, what is lowercase, and how to identify those letters. So that's something that you guys can work on at home as just an idea for the family.
Okay, sounds great.
And reading, as we put in the slide earlier, reading every day is really important and really great for kids, and they love it. And just when you're driving around, environmental print. Oh, there, I think most kids know the Chick-fil-A sign, or
Gotcha. All right, no, that makes sense. My last two. I'm sorry. ProCare. I downloaded the app, but I haven't got instructions on how to connect to LLIP. That's one. And two, Ms. Laura, please remember, I'm just a little nervous because we're 3 days out. I still don't have Xavier's enrollment stuff thingy, whatever I have to do online in place yet.
Yes, thank you so much for your patience. I am so behind and catching up, but I'm hoping to get out the ProCare invite. So you'll get an invite on ProCare. It is time sensitive, so as soon as you get it, go ahead and connect it to your ProCare. And I'm working on Xavier's RentWeb.
No problem. As long as you don't turn us away from the door Monday morning, I'm fine.
I will see you Monday morning.
You can charge me for this month, next month too, since you're so busy. I get it. Like, just take your time with that as well. I completely understand.
Thank you for your patience,
No
all of
problem.
you.
Thank you, Slo.
Mhm.
We have everyone's cubby ready, so no worries.
Then I see another question here. Is the calendar the same for daycare and pre-K? It's slightly different. For Georgia pre-K, we have 180 days of attendance. So make sure you take a look at the calendar. Make sure you look at the calendar.
Yeah, it's 99.5% the same. There may be like 1 or 2 days
In March. Mhm.
around teacher planning. That's a little different, but for the most part, it's the same.
Any other
Didn't get that.
questions?
One more from the newer parent here. First week is gonna be tough for me. I'm speaking for myself, not my wife. I'm embarrassed, but it is what it is. Can I hang out for a few minutes and just watch from a small distance if possible?
For a few minutes, we want to be mindful of how much time we spend in the classroom just due to COVID. Of course, mask required when in the classroom, but really, if you come into the building, we want to see everyone exit as quickly as they can, just to be super mindful. The exposure, Ms. Jackie, 15 minutes. So we want to make sure you are well below that.
If I brought a hazmat suit in, could I hang out a little longer? And I'm just a little attached to my sons, and I just want to make sure they're going to be fine.
We understand. We understand.
I will let you know as well, those first 15 minutes from 8 o'clock to 8:15, that's their breakfast time. So I'll let you know what they're doing. Is first they'll be eating their breakfast, and then after,
Music and movement.
yes, after will be music and movement. So when they're finished with their breakfast, they'll go to the carpet, and then we'll start like music, and they'll start doing some music and movement. Okay, just a heads up on the activities that we do start with. That way you're informed of that.
Sure. I thought breakfast is served earlier, like in the 7 to 8 o'clock time frame.
If you have before care.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Cool.
your school day will start at 8 a.m. And we
Okay.
do serve breakfast at Georgia Pre-K at 8 a.m., 8 to 8:15, as Ms.
So
Katie
even
said.
if I drop them off early, like 7 o'clock, they'll have to wait till 8 to get fed. Is that correct?
No, they'll eat in their breakfast classroom, and then they can go to an open center while their friends eat in Georgia Pre-K.
Got it.
when they transition
Perfect.
over.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
And also that the transition, when you just drop your kids off and just move along, the transition is so much easier.
Speak for yourself, Mel.
Yeah. It's probably not gonna be easy on you, but it'll be easier for the child. It really.
Yeah, I've heard similar. I'm getting it left and right. I really want to blame my wife right now, but since she can't defend herself, I'm gonna say it's me.
That's why
I'm the
my daughter-
reason I want to stick around. So my bad.
We will have the Boohoo tissue boxes throughout the building on the first day of school.
You could have texted that. You didn't have to say that out loud. I'll have my own tissue, but continue. Thank you for embarrassing me. It's fine. Continue.
Let's see.
There's a question about
Yep.
signing up for PTO. Laura, if you can answer.
Oh,
that.
yes. We have some flyers throughout the building with a little QR code to signing up for PTO. And we have Miss Allen on the call as well, who is going to be helping us with PTO on the call. I don't know if you want to say hello. I don't want to put you on the spot. I know you're in the car driving on vacation.
No worries. We actually just stopped. Hi, everybody. I hope that everybody signs up. I'm looking forward to a great year. And I guess I can come off camera so you can see. Hi.
I'm sorry, I missed it. What are we doing? What is it? I'm sorry.
You're signing up for PTO.
Yeah. When is it? What do we do? What do you do?
So it sounds like it's going to be flyers posted at the center, and that each flyer has a QR code that you can click there. And I can also, let me see if I grab the link. I think I can put the link in the chat too.
Cool.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I also want to reiterate that it's not that we don't want you to come in. We want you to come in. We want you to have a smooth transition with the student. We just want everybody to be aware. The more people that come in, the more our exposure level is. And we want to keep the classroom open for everybody and not have to have any shutdowns, but you're welcome to come in.
Well, I noticed you guys have windows when I came yesterday. I can stand outside the building too and look in if you don't mind. I'll look like a creep, but I just want to get the okay now in case police rolls up on me. I can at least say they said it was okay. I'm not actually stalking these kids. All right, I'll give up.
No, I'm laughing because we've had parents that definitely do that, and it's usually harder for the parent than it is for the student. The student starts looking at them like, "What are you doing?"
I'm fine with that. I still pay all his bills, so he can be embarrassed all he wants. So he pays his own bills. Anyway, sorry. My wife may do it. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. All right, thank you.
Hey guys, this is Amina. I need clarification around that breakfast thing. Laura knows I'm not a morning person and I'm not on time. Do I need to feed Salim or not? So if he's there by 8, does that mean I don't have to do breakfast before we leave the house?
No, you're good. We do need you here by 8 a.m., but he will have breakfast here. So you can just wake up and go. It'll be served from 8 to 8:15 breakfast in the classroom.
Okay, thank you. You know, I'm on the struggle bus and I'm just trying to get there.
I'm excited to see you 8 a.m. Monday morning.
And also part of Georgia Pre-K is not only preparing the student, but preparing the parents for making sure they can get children to school on time. So you'll have a whole year before they go off to kindergarten.
Awesome. Ms. Allen put in the PTO link for everyone. There are also flyers throughout the building with the QR code. On your first day, I think I missed a question over here about birthdays. Good question. Birthday rules. So no outside food, especially due to COVID. So we are celebrating if you want to bring in a fun sensory activity for the kiddos to do in the class. If you want to bring in a special book to read, Ms. Katie and Ms. Ariana can do that to celebrate birthdays and get a list of parent emails for communication and play dates. So in your enrollment packet, you selected to be on the communications list or not. So we can send out the list as well. Ms. Jackie?
I'm sorry, I was typing something in the chat. I just want to add birthdays. We don't want to, if there's a birthday outside of the school, we make sure every student needs to be invited, or if you're doing all girls or all boys, but making sure that no one is excluded from that, please.
Yes. Let's see.
Hi, this is Axel's mom. I'm Allie. Hi, everyone. I had a quick question. Laura,
Yes.
we have a child in PK2, and we also have Axel in PK4 in the Georgia Pre-K program. And since there's a 30-minute difference between the ending time of class, how do you recommend navigating those waters?
Yes, I think Ms. Jackie sent you a message. Ms. Jackie?
We can go ahead and.
I didn't see it, so.
No worries, she's here.
There was a second question about that as well. And generally, by the time you get through carpool and get the 3 p.m. little one ready, it works itself out. So just touch base with Ms. Laura about those situations, and we can make sure they're like the last one in the carpool and the first one for the 3 o'clock, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
carpool generally takes about 15 minutes for Georgia Pre-K. So we start dismissal at the 2:30. And if you're last in that line, you'll be ready to go for your 3 o'clock pick.
I'm sorry, can I piggyback on Allie's question?
Yes.
So if we have aftercare and we're in the same situation as Miss Allie, Roland, how do the kids transition to aftercare in both PK2 and PK4?
So if you're in aftercare, you don't have to worry about anything. We transition them for you.
Okay.
Yes. So you're good. You don't have to worry about anything until you come for pickup.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you.
Yes. Mhm. Any other questions so far? We're so happy everyone was able to join us today virtually.
We're gonna get everybody set up on ProCare Connect. Be on the lookout for a couple of forms that are gonna be sent electronically. So check your junk mail as well, but we'll hope to get that out by 3 o'clock today. If you don't receive it, please reach out to Miss Laura, and we'll see if there's a technical difficulty or what's going on.
Miss Jackie, Miss Laura also need to drop a form off to you guys. Will you guys still be there sometime this afternoon?
Yes, we'll be here.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys, I'm so excited about Monday. Pre-K is starting. So get ready, go to bed early Sunday. No partying, no more summer parties. It's over.
Nervous.
And we'll see you guys bright and early at 8:00 a.m. on Monday. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everybody.
See you
Thank
Monday.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.